Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Beryl, Zeman, Devs, good day to you guys. Protein. TheDarkLaw, if you could shapeshift into a dragon or be a vampire, which would it be? Probably a dragon, actually. I've got a dragon tattoo on my back. Oh, laddies. Alright, let's go into it. Let me get that fan on a little bit more. Oh, baby. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael the TheDarkLaw, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It's 33, day 33 actually, Monday, 20th. And my goodness, it's a great day. How's everyone doing? How was the weekend? All that good stuff? Let me just add this in, 33 now. Holy moly. And I've got to get the VOD out for yesterday and all that, boys. How's everyone doing? Welcome in, Guy Devs, Beryl, Zeman, Amaral, Dharma. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone's well. Whew. And thank you for the love on the retweet. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh. Alright. Yeah, let me quickly do this. So we need to do that one. That one's going to go out tonight. This goes public now because it's now in full 144 or 1440p and all that jazz. There we go. That one is out. Get that for there. That would go here. It's got to the crazy part of where I now have to do the VODs like right now to get the timing out, because obviously with everything that's going on in my life, I keep forgetting to do it before I go to bed and all that jazz. But it doesn't take that long. Joe, welcoming Hope everyone's doing well. This will quickly take a few seconds, guys. Just add to stream VODs down here. Go to there, grab the tags. It's all cushy. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. We got a bit of a longer stream today, which is going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more action as well. Yesterday was really good, actually, with that instant where I lost shield module and everything like that. That was so dope, actually. It's really cool. Wyverx, welcome in, dude. Hope you're all good, guys. Appreciate all the love early on. I really do. Alright. Awesome, 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 awesome. Done there. That's that studio. Done. We'll need to change this out. So that's 19 ready to go in a bit. Is it 19 actually ready? Hold on, let's have a look. No, it still only does 1080p. We need to wait for it to go to 1440. That's the only problem. Like, it literally takes so many hours to go from 1080 to 1440p, and then 4K is even worse. Like, it's nuts. Give me a sec, guys. Let me just finish this up and then we'll get right into it. Yesterday we were testing out the blade, which is really cool. CIG are doing work to it for Free 17.2. If you weren't here yesterday, we were just quickly testing out just to get an idea, a feel of the ship. Before the changes come in, and I can be like, oh cool, this is where they've done it with this, for atmosphere, all that kind of stuff. And surprisingly, even though like the weapons need love and that's what's coming, and there's other things as well, it flies really, really nicely. Hopefully they'll fix the landing gear, but to be fair, like I said yesterday, I really liked it when it wasn't visible. It's kind of like it was hovering and stuff, which was really, really dope. Last night, I was flying with Skyborn and Metal Wolf, which was a lot of fun. I need to fly with all of the guys when it comes down, but yeah. Ooh, a Prime Day? Lovely. Lovely bit of noise. That's better TV purchase there. Guys, exclamation mark tweet. If you want to get involved in the tweet, I appreciate every one of you, all the love. Having seen you with the blade yesterday, I was wondering why it commands such a high price in store compared to other light fires. Right, so obviously alien tax, devs, you know what I mean? There's going to be alien tax. If you ever notice, alien ships are always a lot more expensive. It's a hard one to say. Why is it so expensive? Because, woman, let me bring up the exact price of it currently. Star Citizen, tools, ship prices. And we'll go to name. And we'll scroll down, and it is it just called the blade in the files, or is it called, it'll be the Asperia blade, will it not? Wait. Oh, here it is, yeah. So it started off at 250, holy shit. It's at 275 now. How much is a glaive? Let's have a look here. G. God, my alphabet. There we are. Glaive. Glaive is 350. 250. Holy crap. I don't know, dude. I don't know. At the end of the day, I look at it. If the glaive is 350 and the blade is 250, it has to be Vandal price then. It has to be Vandal price, because you got to remember that you're not going to be able to buy a Vandal from Area 18. You know that a lot of ships in game right now you can purchase in-game, won't be how it is in the future. You know? It won't be like that in the future where you can just go and buy a blade and a Carthol and, you know, a Banu Defender and stuff like that. All these places will be completely different. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure, to be fair. I think generally if anything to go on it would be because of Vandal prices. That's it. Vandal prices. Talon is 110, yeah. And again, obviously, Talons are going to be a lot easier to get. Obviously, the blade is an Asperia blade, so it's, you know, done it that way kind of stuff. No idea. No idea, guys. I would just purely put on Vandal pricing, that's it. Vandal weapons. That's generally it, you know? That's generally it. Anywho. Oh, Skybomb's still on. Net marker. In the full game, some of the alien ships harder to get as you need Revel Lap. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's probably why Vandal ships are so expensive, because it's not like you're gonna be able to go down to a dealer and just grab a blade, you know, or a glaive. Glaive. Not very imaginative with their names, are they? So yeah. They're not what humans offline. Yeah, exactly. Again, it's just purely, unfortunately, the alien coolness kind of stuff. But you know what is cooler than the alien coolness? Exclamation mark anniversary in chat, guys. You have a few days left to get involved in our anniversary giveaway. There will not be a giveaway from me personally until December for our next anniversary, which would be my birthday, my real life birthday. And the only time I'll be doing giveaways in the next 6 months is if a company goes TheDarkLaw. We have something to give to your community. Possibly. Very shortly. Who knows? You know what I mean? I want to get away from the gimmicky subathon giveaway fucking spammage of channels that we have here, unfortunately, in the Star Citizen community where fake numbers are fake numbers, you know? We gotta go real chat, the real deal. So yeah, like, use your points. You'll then have all of 6 months to save, or 5 months actually, because the giveaway will be out, you know, on December. Let's quickly go and get some free food. Oh, hello. And obviously, top donator gets that pack. We got the gunner glasses, the sneak cola, all that good stuff to be sent to everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing that one go. Because again, it's awesome. I also need to get the old monster tech packed up. And what's it called? There was somebody that wanted to buy the old monster tech. I can't remember exactly who it was though. I should have written it down. I can check the logs. But yeah, a few things to do. Also, I need to try and shift that CPU and motherboard, but I'm not sure, chat, how to exactly do that. Because it isn't that... Like, I don't make a lot of money. It might just be better to just maybe keep it, just in case. I don't know. I don't know, chat. What does... I know, like, I mean... I could probably sell it. I was one of these people where I don't like dealing with people, like, if... and stuff like that. But I guess if I could probably just use eBay for the first time, and that would, sorry. No, I did do an upgrade, Amaro. That's why, like, in May, I had to take 2 weeks off streaming because I lost the ability to actually stream. And it was nothing to do with hardware. It was just all complications hitting the door kind of stuff. And the motherboard and the CPU that I took out are fine. They're just not working for what I need them to do. And it was never really like a streaming motherboard and CPU. It's more like for rendering and stuff if you're using other things like that. So, yeah. Hey, Monkey Nuts, good morning to you. Hope you had a good weekend, so welcome in, guys. So yeah, I mean, it's in good state. I think, like, for me, I'll just probably have to make an eBay account, because I've never done that stuff. Normally, right, so this is a really shallow way of doing it, chat, but I'm going to fully admit to it. Normally, when I have to get rid of stuff, what I do is I literally hand it to my son and say, look, you can give me a small fee, but you can go and sell it. You know what I mean? That's normally how I do it. And he is coming up in the next, like, month, so I might just be like, yo, take it with you, sell it. I want nothing more to do with it, but I'll take a small fee. You know what I mean? I could do it that way. You could use an AMD sponsorship. That would be actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie, Zayman. Good morning to you, Chief. Hope you're well. That would be pretty dope, guys. You know? Imagine that. Sponsored by AMD, Nvidia. The only upgrade that I really have to do, or want to do, or there's two, sorry, I should say. One is to get the Rode podcast board, just purely so I can do sound on two PCs instead of one. And then that would mean I wouldn't have to have network for sound anymore, which would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. But also, apparently Intel are releasing a GPU this year. Apparently. And it's meant to be really good for streamers, for encoding, which it takes, like what the RTXs do and amplifies it and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty cool to think about. You know what I mean? Sponsoring would be nice. Sadly, I had to pay 2,700 euros for my new PC 3 weeks ago. I know. I would love to be sponsored by a PC company, Amaro. You know what I mean? Not partnered, sponsored, where they're like, yo, do you need a new PC? I'll be like, not really, but you know, I'll never say no. Amaro can sell his PC. Or her PC, sorry, I didn't want to assume. Amaro sold the PC. Yeah, it needs a hookup, you know? That would be kind of cool. I would love to have that power, but I don't think as a content creator I will ever be able to get that sway. I mean, never say never, but I just doubt it, because again, yeah, it's like, these days I can fully understand that a company needs a lot of numbers back to make it work for them and all that jazz, you know, so yeah. Well, just one of those things. Just need to write a nice, detailed, convincing letter saying how you're a celebrity in the UK. Yes, that's very true. I am, guys. I'm a celebrity. We're over like 2,000 followers on what's it called? Twitter now. So I'm like nearly triple celebrity spec, you know? Nearly triple celeb spec. And we're gonna bank here and head east. Beautiful. Northeast. It's around about here. A Scottish celebrity. Yes. Yes, a Scottish celebrity, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't that be lovely? Aye. It was pretty dope, actually. Again, like, for me, I don't need to be like, you know, raking in thousands and thousands of dollars a month. It would be nice, but I'm a very simple Melistic. Is Melistic even a word? No, wait. Anyway, somebody that doesn't really need much in life, just paying the bills and you know, for the dogs, all that kind of jazz. You guys, everything, you know. The only thing I would like out of like more popularity as a content creator is just to be able to give back to the community more, you know? More companies are like, oh, we would like to do this deal with you with some keyboards and mice, and then, you know, I could then give it out to you guys each month. That would be amazing, you know? It's one of the coolest things when you're watching Sai's channel. She's fully sponsored by Corsair, and every month they give her swag to give back to the community, and it's really, really good stuff, you know? I would love to be able to do that. Minimalistic, that's it, yeah, thank you. I would love that ability, you know? Because obviously Star Citizen ships, I massively appreciate CIG allowing me to give you guys stuff when they hand it out. But I would love to be able to do hardware. I think hardware is just one of these things that can help people a lot. Like I was playing with Skyborn Metal Wolf yesterday, and obviously Metal Wolf is on keyboard, and he was like, you know, his keyboard's not doing so well. It would be so cool if I could just be like, if I had a contact and be like, look, can we get a keyboard for this dude? You know? It'd be pretty sick, actually. But yeah, I was flying with the guys last night, showed them the Prashad area. Really good place. We were playing with Papa Freedom as well. That guy's a loose cannon, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Like Papa Freedom is like the most scariest thing when he's recording behind you, because he's like a fucking heat-seeking missile. Like, no joke. In the whole like couple of hours of flying with the guys, they're crashing, they're exploding. I never died once, you know? And the only time I lost my wings and stuff were pretty much 90% of the time they were smashing into me, and I had to recovery fly to survive. Cause it was like like seagulls in Finding Nemo, you know, mine, all fucking crowded and stuff. It was so crazy, man. So crazy, but yeah, they're all really cool guys. Tobin Steam Deck? Yeah, exactly. If I could give back to the community that way in hardware, I would love that ability as a content creator. You know? Be like, oh guys, the channel's popping off so much that this PC company wants to do a giveaway for a full high-spec PC. Man, I would love that shit. That would be so dope to work with. But we would have to massively get numbers up. Not following numbers, but viewing numbers, you know what I mean? That'll be fine. Like, again, our numbers are doing so well thanks to you guys. Where, we've gone from it kind of like dipping and doing stuff like that to a more steadier number, and that's what companies love to see, is steady numbers, not random schedules and all that jazz where it dips and stuff. So this streaming every day has been really good. Plus, it's been really good for like my mental health to keep giving me something to do. Because obviously, like, we're doing shorter streams. Today I'm gonna do a bit longer. You know what I mean? A little bit longer. Because obviously the hot weather is coming in and stuff, so. But, yeah. We've been doing really well, guys. It's all thanks to you as well, like. Crazy stuff. Oh, a little bit of flex. Ooh, I get back into weight, so. Ooh. But once puppy is less needy, then I can get back to doing the weights. I just don't want to knacker myself out even more. Maybe you can just advertise stuff you use on your stream and send the vids to the companies. I could, yeah. Again, it's I'm not trying to put myself or the channel down, Amaro. It's more that, you know what I mean, like companies wanting to do like a $2,000 deal need to get, you know, over $2,000 investment back or stuff like that, you know. This is just unfortunately how marketing works. And it's why, like, obviously big companies or big content creators who do stuff for Star Citizen get way more attention from CIG staff than, say, somebody like myself. And that's because, again, why would you waste time with somebody like myself at this status right now when you can work with somebody that gets, you know, hundreds of thousands of views? You're not gonna waste your advertisement time on that just now. And that, unfortunately, is just how marketing goes, you know. For the same amount of product, you can take it to this person, pay their bill, and boom bada bing, you know what I mean? You'll get a much bigger return. Got an old protein shake going on, chat. Protein shake. But I mean, we do have one of the highest Toby, what they called, codes. So if you are interested in Toby, exclamation TOBI, or actually, I'm going to show myself out a little bit. I did a little color change last night, because obviously when I came back to Twitch, I was like, I don't want to have too many things. So yeah, we've got the sneak team, and then these are just the 4 badges, and I really like them. So there's your 8% Toby tracker. I'm gonna maybe change the color of Toby, make it a little bit more interesting, and then the YouTube video that we've got, which is just recently out. And I think, again, just minimalistic. I like the idea that I'm not blapping you guys with lots of crap, you know, all the gimmicky sound files, things popping up, stuff. Very, very easy on the eye stream. And there's somebody very easy on the eye. Henkin, my boy, how are you doing, sir? Welcome in, you little snooze cocoon. How you doing? It's a bit early for you, is it not, sir? You should be in beddy, boss. Are you doing another all-nighter? To provide this example, AMD sold me the strongest gaming CPU the world has ever seen for 550 euros. So what's their invest? Maybe 200? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright if it's like that, round about that price, you know what I mean? Index came in today, just spent enough time to burn the controllers. About an hour today. Nice. Don't overdo it. Build up a tolerance first. You know, do some good games that have got like high visuals, so like Beat Saber, stuff like that. That's the best way to get into VR, Henkin. Gotta get... Wait, be careful with the forest. So the forest in VR, Henkin, is really, really bad in visual hertz, right? And the reason for that is it's just obviously not a game that's really designed for VR. So build up a tolerance before you do the forest, because no joke, the first part when you are in the plane crashing in the forest, you can actually fall over in real life because the FPS dips massively, and it really makes you start waving forward. Whenever I do that one, I have to actually hold the desk or go into like a snowboard stance, because you will literally get this in real life going, because it's a bad one to do. Yeah, first 10 minutes were a little vertigo, but I can walk around. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be so much better on the 3080 when you get it. But yeah, I'll try and get mine set up. I mean, it is already set up. It's just obviously I need to reinstall it on the PC and stuff. And then I can I'll send you what I use for streaming, Henkin, and we can go through that one night or one day with the settings, because I literally have it where when you've got the thing, when you're playing VR, I have it where it's on the back of the hand here, because obviously when you're like shooting and stuff like that, but what I have it is where it's like a fucking Mobi-Glass setting, so when you're playing around you don't see it, and when you hold your hand up in a certain way and twist it, a Twitch chat box appears for you to read, and it's really fucking cool. So I'll help you set that one up. It's fucking Tony Stark kind of shit, but it's really good, and you can get the apps for a very low price, like $10 or something on Steam, and you just basically run it at the same time and stuff. I found the 890 jump and the 400i. Gonna be watching ICS and those bad boys. Ooh, nice. But yeah, VR is amazing. I'll get mine set up, and yeah. We'll go into some games, but definitely get Pistol Whip. Am I missing something? I don't see the glaive in store. Have you completed Vandal Swarm recently? If you have not completed Vandal Swarm recently, you will have to do it again, devs. They put an announcement out where there was a bug with all the systems, and for you to be able to get it, you have to do it again. Forrest in VR sent a monitor flying across the room thanks to getting the... Oh, I like... yeah. For me, I I played a game that Sai told me to play. It was like this horror VR game. And she popped in the moment that you're meant to see the ghosts or whatever it is. And she had been typing in chat, and I hadn't been reading chat at the time. I was just like playing the game. And the thing popped out for the jump scare, and I burst into laughter. And she typed in chat, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Because everyone else fucking gets screaming, and I burst into laughter the moment it happens. It's just like, these things just don't scare me at all. It wouldn't scare me in real life as well. Like, literally when it comes to jump scares, fearless kind of stuff, you know? You'll get the emotion of jumping, or like, your body moves, you know, to tense up and stuff, but yeah, I just burst into laughter, man. I need to get used to it again. It's so good, man. Sai wouldn't play Phasma with me ever again, Henkin, because every time I was like, we were doing the one, the school, not the school, the one where you go into the basement and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. The hospital or whatever it is. And she was like, "Oh, the ghost is going. Let's hide." And I was like, "No, follow me. Asylum, yeah." And I was like, "Go in front of me." And as she's running away, going on her stream, going, "Oh no, I'm fucking walking behind, right in front of the ghost, going, ooh doo doo doo, like that." And she was like, "I'm never playing with you again. You ruined it." You ruined that so much. We were fucking kiting the ghost. Every time it came, she dived into a fucking place, and I'm just fucking dancing around with fucking glow sticks, because I literally worked out every ghost's speed. So if I basically started off the moment it did, and I moved my movement a little bit faster and stuff like that. There was one time where I sat down in a chair, and I had two lights attached to me, and basically it was like I was wheelchairing down the fucking hallway, doing my Dr. Xavier thing. Your two-handed rabbits will always live my head. Oh man, do not play horror games with me. It's why I can't wait for when we play Sons of the Forest with Anna, and hopefully Aurelia as well. Like, they're gonna be freaking out, and I'm gonna just be doing this shit. Obviously, VR doesn't come out at the beginning, which is kind of sad. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the screams and the trolling and all that stuff. That's what makes it so fun for me. Eager flats. This will be shooby. It'll be so much fun, dude. Because you've got like the guy who doesn't get scared. You've got the, yourself who doesn't get very much scared, but, you know, might have the odd jump experience kind of thing. Then you've got like Anna, who's obviously a little bit more less jumpy. Like, have you guys seen Aurelia's spider? Well, you gotta see this, chat. You gotta see this fucking meme from Aurelia. I'm so sorry, Aurelia, but I need to show this one. Where is it? Here, yeah. Right. What's this? What's this? So that's what it really will be like when we play Sons of the Forest, I can. Poor Aurelia. The terror of a spider in a video game. And you can see her tensing up like crazy as well. Just laying on the ground. Well, that's something that Sai would do in VR as well, where whenever something's scary, she would actually literally like sit down on the ground in real life, take off her VR headset. It gets too much, you know? But for me, I just burst into laughter in these situations because, again, like, for me, my brain is just like on one of these levels where I always know it is not real. And it's the same in real life when you're going into like these ghost places and you know what I mean? People are always like, oh, did you hear that? And they're freaking themselves out. And I'm just like, there's nothing there. It's just the wind. It's like, no, I heard something. No, it's just the wind. Trust me, my hearing is a lot better than yours. It's just the wind rattling off pipes and stuff. They're like, oh, you're no fun. I'm never going on one of these things again. You're meant to get scared. It's like, no, because my brain literally is a realist thinking brain. If I'm not actually in physical pain, then I'm not in pain. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can have mental pain, but it's the same with like hot spices and stuff like that. You can actually trick your brain to be like, look, it's not actually hot in your mouth. It's just the sensation that's going on in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like when people are like, oh, I'm burning in the mouth. No, you're not. You know, your mouth is 90 degrees in fucking heat. Alright? Adding a chili does not make it go any hotter than 90 degrees. So you're not actually burning, it's just the sensation that's going on, and that's how you just trick your brain around these things. Cutlass. Possible. Is that? No, wait. Oh, it's doing some weird icons, actually. Hey, yeah. How you doing today, Chief? I'm gonna build Anna house in VR. Well, I don't think at the beginning Sons of the Forest will have VR support. You know? My 500 degrees chili wants to talk about that. Yeah. That's chili. That's a different thing. You got a big pot of fucking chili? Yeah. Again, it doesn't burn your mouth, though. That's the thing. It's a sensation with these things. There is actually no heat increase when you do that stuff. It's not like you start producing fucking fire, you know what I mean? That's just scientific shit right there. When you have chili, when you have any like sensational spices that go in, it does not increase the heat in your mouth. So when people are like, oh, my mouth is on fire. Yes, it's just a sensation that you've got in it, but it's not actually on fucking fire. And that's the difference with my brain. I don't freak out when I know it's not something that is actually happening. I go, oh, this is very spicy. This is creating a sensation in my mouth. You know, it's got the element of thinking it's hot and stuff like that, but it's not actually going fucking Fahrenheit. You know. Are you saying I'm never going to be a dragon? No, you can be a dragon. All you need to do is do other certain things, which I can't tell on stream. You know what I mean? But there are there are many ways of being a dragon if you really want to be. But I'm not going to tell you how to do them. But that's just the same with like games for me. Is that yeah, like again a fucking muppet, like over a fucking spider in Star Wars. Some fucking Jedi she is. Or a Mandalorian. Some fucking Mandalorian, it really is. I swear. I love that. I love that fucking video, man. It's so funny. Like nowadays, you can just identify as one. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, so funny. Again, this is the reason why I like playing horror games with people like that. Is because they have the freak out and the jump scares and stuff. It entertains me massively. I'm like one of those bad like schoolboys kind of nonsense where I would like laugh at this stuff, you know. And obviously not like in a harmful way of laughing at people, but it's just like sometimes people get so emotional over things. It cracks me up, man. You know, this is somebody like you think of it. Aurelia is in the military, you know. And like if you were trying to survive any sort of weird, maybe like a bug invasion and stuff, that'd be the worst person to have on your team. Oh no! A giant insect! What will I do? Especially when you got a fucking zoom zoom lightsaber, you know what I mean? You just fucking cut its legs off. Crazy stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Sons of the Forest with Henkin. And I don't know if, again, Aurelia ignored me yesterday. So I was like, alright, okay. When I asked her, she didn't even read it out. But yeah, we'll hopefully try and get that as the four team. We'll build the forts, we'll survive the zombies, Henkin. And then when it comes out in VR, we'll play it again, dude. We will chop the trees down in VR. We'll definitely have to have a night of the normal forest and stuff, because it is good. The problem is, like, it's really, really bad in VR. It's not the best of graphics and stuff like that. But yeah, it is so much fun. I wish, like I said, or I was saying to Henkin the other day, guys, like, again, VR right now is where, if you want to try it out, obviously there are places you can go to get involved in VR, but the Quest is $300. It's a decent VR headset, excuse me, and, yeah, it's, it's wireless. It doesn't have the best of battery life, but you can get spare batteries, you know what I mean? And I do believe it can be connected by cable, but don't quote me on that, because I've never really looked at anything more than I know a few people that have it. Sarah, Phil, they've got the Quest. I think Sai actually has it as well. But she's got the HTV as well, which also has like the ability to go wireless. It's one thing I would love to see with the Index VR is it to have like a battery pack kind of system, you know. Oh yeah, I'll need to send you the cable thing, Henkin. Let me get you that right now if you're still there, you wee monkey. I'm gonna keep this hidden just now, guys, because I need to go into my actual account. VR. Yeah, I'll send you this. Or I'll just put it in chat, actually, Hankin. If you're still there, sir, that is the product I highly recommend for VR stuff. You can get other things as well. Depends how far down the rabbit hole you actually want to go. Down the rabbit hole. But that one there is a pulley system that I've got, and it's really, really good for keeping the cable, especially as it's quite a thin cable with the index. So I have it where it's just hanging behind my head. I do a little conversion on the device there as well, so it doesn't. Again, I'll show you all this stuff when you're setting it up properly and all these things. It makes a huge, huge difference. Huge difference. Alright, let's go to Prashat. I didn't realize the sun was setting in the west. Time to fly. I'm hoping we'll get Free 17.2 next week for PTU. That's going to be really, really cool if we can get it. I'm looking forward to seeing these like illegal smuggling missions, stuff like that. It's not that I'm going to do it too often. Might not even do it at all, but I'm curious to see if there's any way of intercepting somebody. Because if I remember correctly, they said that people will be able to pick up at the same time, so it might be where we can use it to intercept somebody. Maybe even change to bounty hunter mode, who knows? Or bait in bounty hunters. We'll have to see, And obviously testing the blade, the bounty hunter stuff. The Orison stuff apparently is still really janky from my sources, so we'll see how that goes. But I think Evil will be out it'll be in PTU next week, I would imagine. Because, what we've got here. Yeah, I would imagine it's in PTU by the end of this month, going into maybe mid or end of July release. Because then we're not getting anything apparently until like end of the year. So yeah. Kinda sucks actually, you know? Alright, cool, Hank. Have a good sleep, dude. Thank you very much for popping in, sir. Take care. Appreciate it. Anyone get up to anything at the weekend? I still need to go and see Maverick. Still need to get to see Maverick, chat. There was another movie I actually wanted to see as well. Another one. What was it? Or was it a movie? Confused.com. Confused.com, champ. Yeah, I would like to see Maverick. I don't really need to see it in the cinema, but apparently, where my mother went, you can go like early on in the day, and it's literally quiet and really nice chairs and stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll need to get into that a bit more. And the last time I was at the cinema was for Man of Steel. My God, that was a while back. Oh, another thing as well with PTU is apparently they've done some work on strong weather effects. So hopefully we get rid of these flashbangs on Daymar, because I know a lot of my guys have been put off playing the game because we spent a bit on Daymar flying around, and yeah, Tough has been getting it tough. Where he gets it like every split second, which is crazy. That's one that I would like to see fixed. The blade, we're going to test that out, see how well it will do. And the other stuff we'll test, but again, unless they do like major changes to bounty hunting, the price increasing on that, or they add in more times jump time will be up or something like that, it's very difficult to ever see if PvP will increase. Like a natural course, you know, bounty hunter comes for criminal, criminal defends against bounty hunter. I do like when the dust storm goes over. I wish it wasn't so flat. I don't know how CIG are going to make that any different though. When you're going around canyons and you see it sort of just puffing up just now, not the sparkly kind of dust effect, but see there on top of the hill? That's okay, but when you're in the canyons like here and it's passing over, let's see if we can see it here, if I go slowly enough. Like there, see? It's kind of flat in certain speeds. And it just needs a little more love, I feel. Like when it's there, that's cool. But when it puffs right over you, like there, you know what I mean? It's like, ooh, that needs work. Or taken out, or something like that. Roughly, how much did all your Virpal stuff cost, Dark? I've upgraded my PC and I finally can get in game room soon. I'm really tempted to get. Right, so I have to go on prices in 2019. So I pre-ordered the Virpal. I didn't have Virpals at the time. I had VKBs. And I pre-ordered the Virpal bases and the alphas at the end of 2019. I think it was €1,000. And that was for delivery as well. I think, Sir Pleb. But that was for two bases, two grips or sticks, whatever you want to call them. I got the heaviest springs, and that was also the no center cams for the Warbird base as well. Cosmo no center cam. So I think it was 1,000, but obviously that is the end of 2019 prices. So I would assume that it's a little bit more than that now. At a rough guess, I would have to look at the website, you know. About 1,200 is that what you're getting? See, there is one thing that you can do, um, is obviously, if are they your first joysticks, Sir Pleb, or are you just like, you know, all balls in, fucking big dick style? I've upgraded my PC. I want all the peripherals as well to go with it. Is that what you're doing? Oh, you got 1600s. All right, okay. Because that's obviously what I was going to recommend. Is if you've never used joysticks, then T1600 or yeah, 16,000. Sorry, would be a better choice of mine to give you. But if you've already used to that shit, then yeah, go whatever, man. I mean, VKB is very good. You can use a lot of content creator codes right now to get like 5% off. Zero State, Aurelia, Burks, they all have them that I know off by heart. Everyone seems to be with VKB right now. It's quite funny. I think I'm the only one that isn't with VKB because my loyalty is with Verpal. Verpal are my company. But yeah, like 1,200. I might want to suggest that you just hold off a little bit longer, right? I can't really say anything more on that, but just saying, you might want to hold off a little bit longer. Or if you've got a completely crazy amount of expense money to spend, then go wherever, but I can't say any more than that, sadly, guys. Can I drop a link? It's a glimmer of hope regarding patch release this year from RSI site. Sure. Yeah, sure. Simon, permit away. How you doing, my arch? VKB seems to stay in stock. Well, it's a bigger company. You know what I mean? You gotta wait till he actually does the permit thing. My arch. You gotta wait till he actually gives you a permit. There you go. Now post the link. Post the link now. Quickly. Post it. Post it for everyone. Do it. Do it. Or not. I don't understand how people just instantly go silent the moment that they get the permit. It's like an instant. Eh. Oh, you only get timed out for 1 second. You can't type the same message twice. Yeah. I know. You just type like hello and then the link. Let's have a look. Yeah. But I don't believe anything of that much. You know what I mean? I don't believe any of that. The best thing to do when it comes to no, you don't need to refresh, dude. You just need to type like hello and then put the link. You just can't post the link twice on Twitch. You know what I mean? You have to type something differently. So you just type like full stop and then the link, and that allows it to go. You don't have to refresh the page. You know. Oh, you had no type? Interesting. Because you only get a 1 second timeout. It just basically deletes, basically. I will have to replace my coin desk, yeah. But yeah, VKB stays in stock because obviously they have a lot more fancier sort of, I would say like factories and stuff like that. But the problem with that is then a lot of things can slip through and be broken and all that jazz. So plus you also got to remember that VKB, most of their products are just plastic. You know. Most of their product is just plastic. It's only their gunfighter base is metal. And I would imagine right now everyone's just pumping out that plastic joystick for the less price kind of situation to get into it. Which is fair enough, you know. Obviously, Verpal don't offer anything mid-range in prices. But I think they just want to stay more like a higher level, you know. Hey, Cough Morning, just ordered some Sneak for the first time. Can't wait to huff it. Use your code, obviously. I appreciate that, dude. Exclamation mark Sneak. They've got some. They got another nice flavor coming up, guys. I can't tell you about it, but it's one that I've missed before. And I'm hopefully going to try and grab this one as well, because, yeah, I do like me some, you know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate that, Cough, thank you very much. With Sneak, obviously, guys, if you do use the code TDL, there is no discount with Sneak. They don't like to do discounts because people don't use the, you know what I mean, like, content creator codes don't mean jack shit if it gives a discount, because people will just literally use whatever discount. And when there's like special events and stuff on, it's very difficult for them to know who is actually getting the benefit, or like the creator. So all they do with Sneak is basically they give the product at a lower price than their competition, and they give the discount basically, or the privilege, to the creator. So it's really really nice actually. Flan flavored Sneak, ooh, that'd be tasty. Delta, welcome in as well. Side note, is there any official sources around the security status of the systems? I've been discussing Stanton security systems with a friend. It's on the website for the virtual map AR. It used to say the security level of systems, but it might be removed because it's probably all getting reworked and all that stuff. Guessing Iron Brew. Actually, they do have an Iron Brew one. It's called Unreleased, and they released it like 2 years ago or a year ago. And I only got one tub of it because at the time I didn't know it was Iron Brew, and I kicked myself that I didn't buy multiple tubs because it's my favorite flavor. Unreleased is my favorite flavor, then it goes into the new Origins one, which is rhubarb and custard. But Unreleased is Iron Brew. And I'm running low on it, which is really, really annoying. Yeah, trackability, and that the discount codes will hit discount sites. Got it. Exactly. Chris has got it. So that's why Sneak don't do a discount code for content creators. You can only support the content creator. So I do get support. Every time you use code TDL or use my referral code, I get a really, really nice perk from it, guys. I can't tell you because it's in my contract to not discuss it, but I do get a really nice kickback thanks to you guys. And again, any product that we have on the website, again, if you see on the Twitch channel itself here, this is why I don't have these things anymore here. Oh, well, can you load, please? Load. There we go. Like literally here. I don't work with companies that are fucking shit. So you got Monster Tech Rails 5% off, one of the highest discount codes you'll find in the Toby team for your boy, naturally. OG Star Citizen Toby 5 was beta testing it for everyone. Energy drinks, again, there's no discount. It just with Sneak, these, for me anyway, I tried G Fuel, I've tried Monster, and it's just, no, I don't like it at all. The reason I like Sneak is I've never, when I, like today we've got some, what's this called? This is Blizzard. So it's like kind of like, you're not going to be able to see it because it's like literally white. It looks like milk basically. And that is like lemonade kind of flavor. And again, I like, you get the caffeine hit, but you don't get any binging afterwards and stuff, which is really good. I can also go to bed on Sneak, which is really nice. But yeah, with that one there, my arch, I wouldn't go religiously on the roadmap anymore. I mean, it's nice that CIG still do it. Nice that Jake is replying to people in that thread. But I'm at the stage now in Star Citizen where I'll just wait for stuff to come out. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go, oh, we're gonna get 318 in Q3. It might go to Q4. You know what I mean? It might always get delayed. I'm now at the stage where I'm just gonna enjoy the game. I'm gonna play, try and make a stream for you guys. Hopefully get some more PvP, jail time, low flying, group flying, whatever the hell that comes into it. And whenever they add things to Star Citizen, that's where I'll just test out when it comes. I really don't get hyped about roadmaps or like, oh my god, this ship is coming out in a couple of months. I think it's very unhealthy when people do that. Not that I'm suggesting that you're doing it, but I used to do it where I was like, oh yeah, here we go, roadmap, and then it's like, oh, that's not very good. You know what I mean? So yeah. If you always expect the latest releases, you can only be pleasantly surprised when something... Yeah, exactly. Hey, Hunky as well. How you doing, Chief? So I'm very much at the stage now where, yeah, I just look forward to it when it actually comes, but I don't care about roadmaps now with CIG. Because with the whole stuff with COVID and they're doing other things and jazz like that, it can go away. It can massively change if something happens, you know. So right now, just enjoy the game. It'd be cool if we do get free 18, because obviously free 18, the cargo refactor is probably one of the features I'm looking forward to the most, alongside salvaging, because I really want to see trading brought back into the game. I also want to see salvaging in the game, where, for example, if there's more carcasses around, we can make money off the carcasses. And yeah, looking forward to all of it. But I have in my head that we're not going to get free 18 until Q4. That's what's in my head just now. So if we get it any time sooner than that, I'll be happy. I'll be excited. But until I actually see something in Evocati or into PTU, I just generally don't care anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just keeping a dim light. You know, definitely a light. Definitely watching ICS and all those things. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still very much looking forward to a lot of Star Citizen things. I just don't want to build expectations up for like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do, and then it's just sort of like, where? Where did it go? Where? That roadmap promised me the most amazing stuff to do, and yeah, you know what I mean? It's cool when it comes out, but I'm not gonna get excited about it until it actually does come out. I personally think they should just get rid of the roadmap anyway. I just have like an internal roadmap, but nothing where players can go on, because, like, again, going back to the roadmap makes things quite unhealthy, is people build up this weird expectation that when something comes out, it's going to be flawless and not require a couple of versions. Like, what people don't realize is most of the stuff on the roadmap is just placeholder stuff, you know what I mean? It'll come out and they're like, alright, okay, this doesn't work as well as we thought it would. We're going to, you know, change it this way. It's going to take another 6 months to change it. And people freak out where they're like, oh my god, this game is a scam. They said this would be out, it came out and it's broken. It's like, yeah, because this game isn't really a game right now. It's more of a test bed. Sorry guys. Also, I have a tickly throat. Oh, that was quite a lovely cough. Ah, cool, Honky. No. Do you have a good weekend, guys? Anyone do anything special? Special being cinema? Go out for a meal? Anyone do anything for Father's Day? I don't really do anything for Father's Day because personally, I think all these days are gimmicks. It's the same with birthdays. I don't really celebrate people's birthdays anymore because, again, it's like everyone has a fucking birthday. You know, Christmas is boring. Father's Day, Mother's Day, Grandma's Day, I lost a shoe day. Yeah, there's just all gimmick shit from corporations, you know. It really isn't. It doesn't really mean anything. It's cool to say like Happy Father's Day or Happy Mother's Day. Don't get me wrong, but it's like sometimes people go all out and it's like, oh, I'm gonna use this day to celebrate my dad. And it should be, well, you should be doing that every day. No? Every day. Oh, I can't wait for Mother's Day. I'm gonna celebrate and treat my mother. It's like, why do you have to wait for a special day to treat your mother? Why don't you just do it? You know what I mean? This is why I hate gimmicky days with titles. You don't need to wait. Just do it all the time. Do it. Well, that in Dark Law won't be special. Alright. Ooh, a little bit of grass foliage. Out in the deserts, a little bit of grass. I kind of wish this would actually pop out more. I mean, look at that. You know what I mean? Damn! If that was out all the time, it would be so sick, actually. But it's got a really bad render range. I hope with like server meshing they'll be able to maybe amplify that render range there, cause yeah, that's pretty crazy. Now we actually have some foliage on Daymar, but it just doesn't render until you go super slow. And I wonder... No. So it is literally proxy rendering. Yeah, it's proxy rendering. There we go, see? It's only when I actually get close to it, because we know that hill has grass, right? No. So as we move... few stones are popping in. You can see the wee stones popping in. So instead of grass, it's the wee stone texture. There's grass now. That's a shame. It's really not that far when you look at it, and then it goes all like brrr, pop in. How the hell do you get PvP? Every bounty hunter target I tried to find is hiding in Grimhex combat logs or plays QT footsies. I don't know, dude. I don't know, Demi. I don't know why that class of player even bothers to play Star Citizen. You won't find it from me. I'll fight you, and then I'll warp, and then I'll repair, and then I'll fight you again. I don't all F4. But quantum footies, you've got to also remember, Demi, right? So I agree with you on hiding in Grimhex, combat logs. I agree with you on that one. But you also have to remember that as a bounty hunter, it's your job to actually kill somebody, right? Now, if you can't do that job and they're trying to survive, that's on you, Demi. Just to say, you know? You know what I mean? That's on you. Because you've got to remember, as somebody, even though I'm criminal 4 just now, and I'm not really doing any criminal activities right now, it's not my gameplay loop for you to just put me in prison. You know what I mean? So if I can't actually kill you, then I am going to run away from you, because that's what generally criminals do in real life. When the popo are coming, they're not going to go, oh, I can't defeat you, police officer, put me in prison right now. They go, no, right, let's fucking, we'll try and make a run for it, you know? And that's what quantum footsies, as you call it, is all about. But I disagree, like, they're going to be bringing out a system where you're not going to be able to combat log, and you won't be able to hide in Grim Hex. You'll only be able to hide in your own personal hangar when it comes. We need all these features, sadly. But yeah, it's bad, dude. I have a video of Wednesday night, Demi, when I wasn't streaming, and a bounty hunter came for me and my organization friend, and we shot at them, and they alt F4'd as a bounty hunter because they didn't want to die. They alt F4'd. They didn't try and warp away. They alt F4'd. And it was just like, wow. Okay, here we go. And it's bad, man. It's really, really bad. I've seen so many content creators avoid going to prison by just literally alt F4'ing. It's like, don't do the crime then if you can't do the time. I know that's a bit of a meme to say, but again, it's true. It's like, yeah. So for me, I will always be like, if I can't beat somebody because they're a better PvPer than me, I won't let them just kill me and put me in prison. I want to make it a fight, because obviously we have here on the channel, that's the amount of kills I've had since the last prison, or going to prison. So if we ever go to prison because a player actually kills us, not because of ramming us or crashing 30Ks, anything like that, that number gets reset up in the top left. So, yeah, I mean, there are people like myself that will play games, but yeah, it's very, very bad right now. And how to get PvP, and sadly the only way is to go into Arena Commander. But Arena Commander Battle Royale is very, very cancerous. There's a lot of stat farming going on just now in it. I would say the best is to go into like Free Flight and duel people 1v1. And to initiate a duel, you just basically drop a flare in front of somebody, and if they drop a flare, you do like a merge and then fight that way. But yeah, sadly, PvP in Star Citizen is very much on the problem where bounty missions do not pay enough, so not enough people do it, and then criminals who are pathetic at video games should be playing Animal Crossing, and even that would be still too challenging for them, Alt F4, to get away with going to prison. It's sad. It really is. CIG know this. They're working on something. Hopefully by the end of this year or into next year, we will have the mechanic that will stop people from Alt F4ing and cheesing the game, which I can't wait for. You're still always going to have somebody probably saying in Grim Hex hiding, but down the line you will be able to go in and drag them out, so to speak, which will be awesome, because Grim Hex is not a UE controlled area. So eventually there will not be armistice zones in the game. You'll be able to go into Hurston and draw a weapon and shoot somebody, but the problem is the moment you unholster a weapon, you're going to get murked by all the NPC there. And then you'll go to prison. It'll be more ridiculous, but again, right now we just don't have these systems in play in the game, which sucks. It is one of these things where it's very difficult to get the experience that you're looking for. However, I do agree with Koff on this one, Demi. Sometimes the best way to get PvP experience is to do what I've done and go criminal and let people come after you and defend yourself and learn to survive. But obviously then you have to go to prison if you fail. Which obviously not a lot of people would like, you know. Because, Demi, unfortunately CIG have given people the tools to play a game that's designed around PvP. It's not the main function of the game, but there are designs around PvP, and then CIG in their Pearls of Wisdom have also let you cheese the game for years on end, and they're finally starting to clamp down on it. It just takes time for them to get rid of things that should have been in the game from the very beginning. Like, for example, this chat box should have had a filter attached to it where racist words, swear words can be filtered out if you don't want to read them. You know what I mean? Also, right now, the ability to stop people spamming friend requests and stuff like that. You know what I mean? CIG are sadly a little slow when it comes to social aspects of Star Citizen. Securing it for players and stuff. Hey, Matokai. But I guess they didn't put it into production because obviously at the time they were like, oh, we don't have that many players and we're not getting that many things. And now it's getting more popular where with bigger content creators, they're like, all right, we need a filter system. We need an anti-spam system. We need to stop people alt F4ing because we're seeing hundreds and hundreds and thousands of reports of people doing it. And unfortunately, just like everything in life, just needs a little bit more time, sadly. But you'll find a lot of people that don't alt F4 demi, like myself, like my group. But again, as I said, we're not just gonna let a bounty hunter put us in prison. You know, if we can't beat them, we'll beat them at other games, and sometimes boring them out or hiding from them, sadly, is actually gameplay. And it will be a strong gameplay loop in the future, because this game is not about who wins and who dies, it's about surviving. It's a sandbox MMO. Survival is the biggest element in this game. It's better than money and assets and stuff like that. So you will find a lot of people that eventually won't be able to log out because the game's all going to be connected to like one server kind of situation, shards, however you want to call it. And when they log out, they'll log back in the exact same location. And yeah, we just need to sort of wait for all these systems to come in. But I would imagine most of the stuff that I'm talking about will be out by the end of next year. Because a lot of things may depend on them actually putting in the persistent servers before they can turn things on. So, again, we'll just have to see how it goes. But even I've noticed that bounty hunters are lacking. Like, there was one last Saturday, not the Saturday being the one before that. We got so much PvP from bounty hunters, and then it's quiet, you know what I mean? Nobody comes. The bounties are just not worth it for player interaction. Why would you chase after a player that can alt F4 or warp away for 30k or whatever it is when you can just go and kill an NPC that will die in a fire? Because that's what it's programmed to do, you know? CIG need to make bounty hunting way more productive, where it's like, I'm gonna chase this person around for a few hours, or maybe I'll be lucky and insta-kill them and put them in prison, but I'm gonna get like 200k from doing it. But CIG are like, oh, we don't want players farming players. It's like, who cares about money? You don't have an economy in this game. And even if you did, nobody's going to care about somebody that's got a crap ton of money. It's more important just to have gameplay, you know? Well, if you land a missile, like yesterday, Demi, I was in a fight against Bounty Hunter Saber and the Titan, and the Titan managed to land one of its size 2 missiles, and it knocked out my shield gen and my quantum drive. I had to actually slow boat it back to a repair point to get my ship to able to warp again. I didn't alt F4, I didn't self-destruct, I literally spent 5-10 minutes orbiting around Daymar to get to the location. Because I couldn't warp. So there are things like that, occasions. It needs to be more often, I think. I don't really want distortion shutting down these things. It would be just cool if you could actually target somebody's quantum drive. You know, you can target engines, but if you could target a quantum drive and explode it, that would be amazing. That would stop people warping. But you know what will happen? The moment that CIG implement that, the moment that somebody gets into combat, they'll have an Alt F4 button on their joystick. You know? It wouldn't surprise me if content creators literally have like an eject button from the game ready to go, you know? It's just like whatever, man, you know? I had so much fun yesterday knowing that I had to literally slow boat it back to Shubin. If I had been any further out, say this fight had been at Port Olisar, I would have been screwed. Absolutely screwed. I would have had to have got somebody to evac me out, which would have been gameplay loot. But a lot of people at the time are just like, oh my god, this has happened to me in a game that has no meaning. Let's make it a meaning by Alt F4ing and resetting my spawn point, you know? It's like, oh my god. Who cares? Who cares? Just fight. And if you're trying to avoid not going to prison, then again, you can still do that, but you don't need to run and, you know, log off, basically. Plus, here's the other thing, right? Generally, most of the time, a bounty hunter is just that. Like, this is a tip to anyone who's a criminal in game. Take the fight to Grim Hex and let the bounty hunter kill you at Grim Hex. You can't go to prison at Grim Hex, but it gets their marker off you. So you go to Grim Hex, you spawn some shitty ship, you go and fight it out, stay inside the zone of Grim Hex, they get your bounty, they get their money, they get their reputation, and you don't go to prison. Smart criminal play is all you have to do. You don't have to Alt F4 and you don't have to hide and stuff like that. You know, if you really want somebody off you, just give them your bounty. Just don't go to prison for it. Oh god, yeah, I know. Demi, yeah. Like, that shit annoys me so much. They're like, oh, we're playing hardcore Path of Exile, but the moment my health goes to 50%, Alt F4, gotta get out of there. And then it's like, why are you even playing it if it's, oh, because Path of Exile, it just randomly fucking kills you. Then don't play hardcore mode, you know what I mean? It's so cheesy when they do it. And that's why I personally actually like the hardcore mode in Diablo 3 over Path of Exile. Because in Diablo 3, if you manage to get to 70 and you're in hardcore and you're farming a bit of stuff, and your friends are 70, they can quickly power up another character to 70 and you get back on the track. That's the only thing I hate about hardcore Path of Exile. It's so fucking boring to have to get back to the part where you lost. You know what I mean? The progression is so shit with that storyline. Yeah, they want the hardcore player title without actually taking the risk. And a lot of people in Star Citizen are also like that. I want to be a criminal, but I'm going to Alt F4 because I can't fight for shit, you know? Yeah, they are, yeah. I'm kind of hoping that they might change that system, but I doubt it. It's why I will always say I've had more fun with Diablo 3 hardcore than ever Path of Exile hardcore. Because there are times in Path of Exile hardcore where you just instantly die and you don't even fucking see it happening. You just get insta-gibbed by a bad cocktail, you know what I mean? That's happened a few times to me where I've gone in and the fucking zone just insta-gibbs me because of my build or whatever I'm running with. And that's part of the game, I get it, but then you've got to spend all that time, and if you're not like somebody who can do the storyline in like, what, 5-6 hours or whatever it takes somebody to speedrun it these days, you're like me, it takes a day to get back to there, and at that point you're sort of defeated if it happens a couple of times. But with Diablo 3, you die gracefully, and then you go, can somebody power level me up to 70? Takes like an hour, and then you're back on track. Then you're farming again, and it's fun. Getting on those paragons and stuff like that. That's the only thing I will say about Diablo 3 hardcore. It's a lot more fun than PoE, in my opinion. I want to find a channel that likes things I do. I can't find anybody I like. Lol. I don't even know. Own foot weapon. Scavenging. Menu player. And my name is Jim. Oh, well, I missed your first one. I realized down in this game is not that bad. Yeah, well, we don't have the full Death of a Spaceman mechanics yet. It's going to be a lot more different where, no offense to Demi in chat, Demi has been looking for PvP but not very good on it now, or new to actually. I think it was actually your words where you said you're not very good at it, but I don't want to put people down. You've got to look at it that when we have permadeath for the character in the game, there is full repercussion of losing a ship, the insurance times go up, all these kind of things. You can't Alt F4. Would somebody like Demi come after me, for example? The answer would be no, because hopefully CIG make the bounty system saying TheDarkLaw has killed like 37 fucking people without going to prison, you're starting off as a PvPer, this is not a good idea for you. You know what I mean? That is on CIG's choice to, or responsibility to make it where it says this is pretty fucking suicidal if you're just starting off in this game, you know? Yeah, but even then, if you're going to have your character lose potential stuff, reputation, you know what I mean? Like when there's actually the final mechanics in this game where insurance, time to go and rebuy things, because everyone thinks that when you lose your ship you just press reclaim and you get it back. When this game actually comes out, that's not what happens. You get the money back and you have to go to a dealership to buy your ship again. The insurance company doesn't give you a fucking ship fully fitted into your hangar. You get the money of what it's worth and then you have to go and buy it yourself. Unless they change this. This was the last thing I heard many, many years ago, that that was the intention. You had to actually go out and purchase a new ship and then apply your insurance on top of it, giving you a time delay, you know? And if the manufacturer didn't have the ship available, you had to wait. So going after somebody where you have these, you're going to get your stuff back, but it's not going to be instant, I'm got it back in 5 minutes. It could be where after the second time and stuff like that. On the website with the insurance, it says you'll get a stock loadout. Yeah. The idea, right, so right now, we used to have it where when you died, or you lost the ship spark, you went back to stock. That's how it was meant to be. And a lot of people were complaining that for testing a game, they had to go and then rebuy everything all over again. You're going to have to do that in the game, you know? No, it's not. Stock loadout is also for all ships, Blue Manx. The idea is, so, you are flying around. Say you're in your Avenger Titan, guys, and this works for all ships. You're in your Avenger Titan, you have 6 months insurance, you have 3 months insurance, you have LTI. You have insurance, and you've had insurance that you've paid in-game. You've flown around, and you spent some time, you've got some damage, you repaired it, you've upgraded the modules. When you die in that ship, you get the money back for the insurance that is stock value, and if you actually paid a little bit more premium, you get the money back on all the extra items. It's just the same in real life. If you don't tell the insurance company you put those $2,000 fucking wheels on your car, you don't get that money back unless you tell them. So you will have to, you'll be on your natural insurance, and then there'll be premium insurance, and then you'll get the money back and all these things. But again, you're not going to go into your hangar and magically it's all fucking there for you. You will probably get your stock ship back, but then you'll have to have a surplus of stock in your hangar to refit your ship. It's not going to be where the modules magically appear out of thin air. You will have to go and purchase them again. And this is where PvP, PvE has a negative effect to it, where if you die or you lose your ship, you have to spend time to get it all back again. It's just like in EVE Online, where a death or a loss sometimes might be, oh, I don't care about losing my assets. It's the fact that you care about spending 30 minutes to an hour having to get everything back again. Unless you had it stocked up in your hangar, you know? Didn't they say you could pay more insurance for aftermarket parts? Yeah, premium, yeah. But again, you're not going to get the parts back in your hangar, Cough. That's what I'm trying to make out to people. And that's the biggest thing right now, is when people die in this game, there is no loss. You always get your ship back, you always get your fit back, and it's just your personal armor that you were wearing. If you were a white suit, you have zero care. So I don't understand why people Alt F4 and don't play the game properly. They like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my ship that literally I get everything back in it. You know what I mean? There is no loss right now. But there will be a time where somebody buys a ship in game and they forget to insurance and they do lose it completely. Chris, you know what I mean? That would be cool. It's anything that you purchase with real life money, you will always have the ability, even if you don't insure it, you'll always have the ability to pay a little premium to get that insurance system back online. That's what they did say was going to happen. You know? So with no insurance would just be the hull and no components. No, that's not how it works. No. So again, if you purchase a ship in-game with in-game money and you don't insure it, it's gone. Completely fucking gone in the future. If you bought a ship with real life money and you had LTI, obviously you don't, with LTI you don't ever need to worry about what I'm going to say, but if you have 3 months insurance and it runs out in game and you forget to insure it, you will lose the ship, but you're not going to permanently lose it. You will pay a premium price on top of it to get it back into your system. And then you have to insure it again. That's what CIG have confirmed, that you will never fully lose something you purchase with real life money. You will just have to spend money in-game money, not real life money, and get that spawn back in, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Blue Manx. That's pretty much how it is. But you've also got to remember, guys, like I said, you're not just going to have it where you press the insurance timer and your ship magically appears. You will get only the ability to go and purchase another ship in-game. You will have to go down to that dealership to get it. You're not going to be able to go to Grimhex, which has no fucking shipyard in it, and go, hey guys, I need my Idris back. And Grimhex go, you do know this is Grimhex, right? Right, bruh? You know it's Grimhex? And it's like, yeah, can I have my Idris back, please? Yeah, you need to go over to that military fucking depot if you want to get your Idris back. You know? We don't have Idris here. And that's what the game's going to be down to. But this is where a lot of players are going to be like, do I actually want to engage in combat? Do I want to risk it? Do I have stock back in my hangar just in case this does go tits up? And survivability is actually the most important thing in this game. It's not about how good at PvP you are at, how good you're flying, how good your aim is. It's how much you're willing to risk in a game. And this is very much what is coming in the future of Star Citizen. And a lot of people don't think this. They're like, oh man, I don't care about PvP because I'll just respawn my ship. Well, guess what, Buttercup? Soon you won't be able to. Soon you're actually going to have to play the game. A bit like Eve, yeah, exactly. But again, you'll always be able to get back ships that you've purchased with real money. Let me pull an Idris out of my ass, yeah. Again, like, you'll always be able to, well, unlike Eve, because, like, if you think about it, it's kind of like a hybrid between Eve and Elite Dangerous, you know? Elite Dangerous spawns your ship back, you have to pay for a premium and stuff like that, yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah, not with the real money part in Eve, but anyway, it's a cool system, I think, because, again, I want it where people are like, oh my god, I'm about to lose my ship. And it's not so much, oh my god, I'm losing my ship, these griefers. It's more, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to spend some time having to get everything again because I was an idiot and didn't read radar. Or I am an idiot because I warped into a hostile environment with my, you know, brown pants on situation. This is what we need in the game. It has to be to the point where players have to make adult decisions. Are they wanting to risk what they have, or do they want to move on, basically? And we don't have that right now. I literally can ram this rock right now. I can go like this. I don't give a shit. All I've got is just to go back to Grimhex, get my ship, and here we go, you know? Now, in the future, I'm not going to be able to do what I just did there. Because I'm going to be like, as much as I'm going to prove a point, I'm also going to wake up somewhere. I'm then going to have to get my ship, go and do all these things, and get back into it. Is it worth me making this silly mistake? It's a lot of the time where people are like, oh, I'm just going to low fly on my main character. I'm not. I'm not going to low fly on TheDarkLaw. I'm going to have a low flying alt that if I crash, I'll come back to it next day. You know what I mean? Because that'll be the decision to do it that way. Right now, this game, or whatever you want to call it, tech demo, dev demo, alpha, early access, whatever tickles your pickle, I always look at it that this is all placeholder shit. This is all placeholder shit where there is no loss, there is no economy, there is no care. There's no reputation loss or something like that, you know? There is just simply press this button, wait time, and I get my full fit back. This system is going, and it will go within the next 2 years, you know? This all goes. All of this shit will be gone. You won't just be able to reclaim a ship to a location either. You're going to have to manually fly over or hire some sort of NPC or player to do it for you. There's not going to be, I can teleport Jitsu across this game. It's all designed right now like this, and CIG have said it's designed like this because it just means that for whilst we're playing the game, testing the game, reporting faults, all these things, it doesn't take us fucking years to do the simplest of tasks, you know? It's all sped up right now because of it being an early access beta, alpha, tech demo, placeholder, whatever, you know? And that's the truth of Star Citizen. It's the same with doing this, you know? This simple task. You ain't getting that shit in the down the line. No Grim Hex is gonna fork out a white undersuit every time you die. To every player, you know? It ain't happening this way. And a lot of people believe that this is how the game is going to be. And they're gonna get a rude awakening when it does happen. To be fair, actually. This server wasn't doing anything. Let's just quickly log off and go to no one. Yeah, exactly. They did Blue Manx, yeah. I never played Eve. I always feel like I lost out on the experience. Eve is a fantastic game, or was a fantastic game. Now it's sort of whatever, you know? Whatever. I can't go in, guys. I bet there's so many people watching the stream like, alright, let's go. At the same time we go, oh, we going in chat, oh, will we go in? Oh, press the wrong button there. No? You can totally troll people. Like, fuck! I clicked the button by accident. Use a Liberator as a delivery truck for arrows. Yeah, it'd be cool, man. They're cool. I'll be making a killing out of bringing back up arrows for low flame. Yeah. Again, there's gonna be so many things for people to do for jobs and stuff like that. You know, it's pretty dope though. Pretty dope. Do 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 do. Yeah, a few more mechanics, and we'll be there. Yeah, good decision making should be the reward. Exactly. There has to be risk versus reward. Even if you're not into PvP, there has to be where when you undock your ship, you take off, you have to make these decisions. Do I engage this hostile NPC fleet? Or do I go for something easier because I'm just by myself? You know what I mean? It can be very much a hard thing for players, you know? Eve's great, but bad for my health, yeah. I played it from 2003 to 2012, and as much as Star Citizen was a distraction, I also was like, yeah, I'm done with the game, you know. I want to do other things, play other things. Yeah, Eve definitely is an addicting game. Definitely, 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 definitely. It takes a wee while to get into it, sadly. It's not the best of learning curves for that game, but there's no other game that I can say where I've had as much fun as roaming in fleets in Eve and, you know, F-Scene and doing all these things. Great, great experience. And I hope to have the same sort of stuff in Star Citizen, just maybe a little bit less hardcore, you know. If I can play the game and I don't need to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to defend a pause, then that's all I care about. It's why I will never do an outpost in Star Citizen. DarkLaw, we're getting attacked. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We need you and everyone to log in to protect it. No, I'm gonna stay in bed. But we're losing our outpost. I don't give a shit. I did it for years in Eve. I'm not doing it in Star Citizen. I like my sleep. They're coming. Wake up, I know. Oh my god, it's a little puppy. Hi, sweetie. Oh, you snuck in again. You snuck in. This is a little puppy chat. She snuck into the studio. Oh, you sneaking in. Oh, it's a little beagle puppy. She. It's a little she, guys. It's a little she. Hello, Terror. Hello. You scratching little wriggly puppy. You want to go to the camera? You want to say hello? Hello, everyone. I'm running off. Off you go. Come on. Get out of here. You little monster. Destructive. Oh. She's a sneak chat. She's starting to learn that she can get into the studio faster and that. If you want to see any more, we put some more videos on Instagram, !Instagram, just the stories right now. God, her claws are sharp, like. She's also got rear dew claws, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Landing gear raised. Yeah, her name is Milena. I call her Zumi. Because she is just so fucking crazy. It was funny actually, I was like, what the fuck is scratching my chair? And there's this little thing sitting there. I didn't even see her coming in the corner of my eye. She's that small and fast, like. Little bundle of energy though. And that's why like we've been doing the short streams right now. Because we're training her up with the huskies and stuff. Very demanding, very demanding. That's something I'm scared of in MO2. What's MO2? Oh, Mortal Online. I thought that game was out. Or is it still in development? Oh, yeah. Well, that's the cool thing with Star Citizen. There isn't going to be the ability for. Well, I mean, any groups can do it, EU groups can do it, but if you progress on EU in Star Citizen, it doesn't progress on NA. That's coming very, very soon. They actually disclosed that, I think at the start of this year or end of last year. So what's going to happen is, right now you can be... Any progression that you do in Star Citizen, you can get it on Australia, you can get it on America, you can get it on EU. In the future, when it goes to the shard technology... Whatever you do on Australia stays on Australia. Whatever you do on America stays on America. Whatever you do on EU stays on EU. And the only thing that transfers across is the fact that, say for example on day one on reset, when you start off on EU, all the ships and items that you've bought with real money are there. Same on America, same there. But obviously anything that you do progression in items, money, insurance, location does not progress from cross-server to cross-server. Which I think is a really, really cool thing. Ace Thinko. Because again, like what you're talking about, Demi, I do not want it where, for example, I build something, say I do build something in EU, and then suddenly, whilst I'm asleep, an American group comes in and completely destroys it. It's very counterproductive, you know, in any MMO, so I'm glad that... You know, people can still do it, You know what I mean? But it's not going to be as easy as it would be like in EVE Online, for example. EVE is very easy to attack people at their weakest times and at your strongest time. You know what I'm saying? But in Star Citizen, obviously, you'll still be able to do it. You just won't be able to do it as easy. The good thing about Star Citizen is you can send in a sleeper cell to play on an EU server. Like, say for example, you're an American organization, right? And you wanted to do stuff against an EU group, you could send in a sleeper cell group to farm up money and assets, and then literally everyone logs into EU, and you just dish it out to people and then attack. That's cool. I don't mind that. It's the whole idea that somebody could farm up in America and then purposely attack in the EU time zone and deplete things. So I'm very glad that there's going to be a database like shift where it's separated and stuff like that. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all had a good weekend. All that jazz, boys. Just hanging out and chatting today, which is really, really cool. What is that? Is that that one? Yes, that one does that. Yeah, PvP has been very, very quiet. Mm-hmm. But how was your weekend, Stinko? How do you find people to PvP? Wait. So I've got two choices, bad morale. I can do a pretty shitty thing, which would be literally go and kill people on stations. That would be classed as PvP. What I normally do is just basically fly around as a criminal status and wait for a bounty hunter to come after me, and that's sort of my PvP just now. Hopefully I'll get more in the future, but yeah. That's how it is just now, guys. Spent time with family. How was yours? Quiet, as always, just dealing with puppy. But yeah, it was good. Pretty sure that's called ganking. Well, a lot of people, a lot of people in the community call it griefing bad morale. Sadly, I would completely agree with you. It is just literally ganking. Any interaction where a player is attacking another player in my book is PvP. But if you are purposely doing something malicious, like for example, say I was constantly killing player A, and player B and C are flying around me, and I only kill player A. Player A spawns another ship, I kill player A. Player A tries to leave the station, I kill player A. That would be griefing, as far as I'm concerned. Unless it was in a war zone. Yeah. But yeah, in my book it's ground. I love how it's rotating. I'm just waiting for a bit more. A bit more time, guys. Right to, you know, just waiting. I could probably go to that area just now, but wait for a bit more light. But yeah, PvP sadly is kind of One of these things where CIG really needs to work on that area when they get a chance. There are many ways that they can do it, you know. You ever played Elite? I played Elite for about 1,500 hours on Steam and probably about 500 hours before it went on Steam. I really enjoyed it up until Engineers. I was having a blast, but the moment Engineers came out, I was like, I don't want to go to random moons and farm for RNG rolls and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, conflict zones. That's a thing. It's the same with hazardous asteroid belts, bad morale. I've been asking CIG for years for hazardous asteroid belts where you can go and just farm NPCs to make money. Not a big amount of money, but just farm them, right? Because that's where you would get PvP as well, you know? People coming into gank, and it was so much fun, and yeah, we just don't have these sort of things, you know? Which kind of sucks. Almost there, chap. Warp in, pick a team, and fight. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, CIG could do it differently. Yeah, Corvette was a lot of fun. I love when they brought out the sort of like fighter system or drone system, whatever it was called, where you could detach from the main ship and stuff. Again, I think just generally engineers ruined the game for me. And the sort of like ground FPS mode, I just feel looks like Disney fucked No Man's Sky, really. It looks so bad. But I say this in not the most meanest of ways, but I generally feel that the developers at Elite Dangerous were sort of like, right, we've made our money, let's do bare minimum kind of stuff, you know what I mean? You never did any of the engineering stuff. For PvP, it was so required, and it was just like, ugh. I can't spend hundreds and thousands of fucking hours trying to get the perfect rolls, you know? Can't do it. But this is what I like about Star Citizen is like again, say for example, I'm playing during the day and with my organization, I can farm up some money, I can farm up some assets, some reputation, and the moment that they get home from work, we can all play, and it's not like, oh, I need to wait until I've got to level 65 to equip this sword of truth. You know what I mean? Or I can't get into this ship because I don't have enough reputation with this alien succubus, you know? It's like, ugh, ugh. That's why Star Citizen for me is one of the best games out just now because I can literally just play it, you know? And then people log in and just play it and get better and better, you know? Yeah, it was so bad, WiverX. When does Alien Week finish? Well, it was out on what, Thursday? So probably Thursday? Possibly. Maybe it's a couple of weeks. Who knows? Who knows? What's this Alien Week? It just means that you can fly all the alien ships in game. Or you can purchase them, you know. Oh, dude, the first time I played Engineers, Chris, I was in my Corvette, fully A-classed, out of its mind. And I warped into a hazardous belt like I would have done before the patch. I went into the patch, and the first NPC I had literally had the most OP rolls ever, and it disintegrated my A-class Corvette in split second, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is this a bug? And no, it was just the most OP rolls ever. And I'm like, this game can't go like this, you know what I mean? And it was the worst experience. And that literally put me off engineers right there. I tried it out. I tried it for a couple of weeks. I tried to get better weapons. Started to get somewhere, and then it was just like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, like for me, I would never be able to go back to Elite Dangerous after what Star Citizen has become. No way. The ground stuff in Elite Dangerous just doesn't look good enough. You know. It does not look good enough. And again, it's a shame because I'm all up for multiple sci-fi games, but it's the same for me with No Man's Sky. I got into No Man's Sky when it first came out. I got like 40 hours out of the game. And then I was like, oh my god, this is just shit. You know what I mean? And now it's become obviously like one of the best sort of sci-fi games recently out, you know? I played up into carriers. I actually never got to see carriers. I quite like the idea of carriers. But again, wasn't it the point where with carriers it would make so much money for people that had carriers, and you got like such a huge advantage ahead of other people and stuff like that? Just sometimes I feel that the developers of Elite Dangerous just make the strangest choices, you know what I mean? Like for their game. They cost a fortune in upkeep. Yeah. I would imagine that's probably what Star Citizen capitals will be like as well. Bad morale, you know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be. You know how like right now the 890. Say you take 890 into consideration, its size. You know, repairs are pretty much nothing. The refueling takes a bit of time because we don't actually have capital stops yet. And yeah, like I don't think it's just going to be as easy as docking up and pressing a few buttons. You may have like hours of downtime to get it ready and stuff, so who knows. Again, there's like a lot of really good things. A lot of really good things in Elite Dangerous, and then Engineers just ruined it for me. I didn't enjoy it after that, and also all the kind of stuff that they were doing. You know what I mean? Like where it came out that they had used Elite Dangerous to fund their sort of Sims game, whatever it was called, the roller coaster one and stuff like that. So instead of putting the money that they made from Elite Dangerous back into Elite Dangerous, they made this other game. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty shitty, but again, it's like all the other games. Like No Man's Sky has its place for people that like the No Man's Sky. Star Citizen for Star Citizen backers. I generally feel that when Star Citizen is out, Elite Dangerous will die. It'll be a dead game within a year or something like that after everything is finished. Starfield, I'm hoping does really well because again, it's good. Like, not that it's a game for me, but I'm hoping it does well, which attracts more people to Star Citizen, you know? Be like, oh, I played Starfield, I really enjoyed it, I'm gonna check out Star Citizen. Star Citizen's in a good place because it's not as buggy, and then more people get involved, you know? That's only a good thing. In my books, you know? But if every, like, game, sci-fi game ends up shit, you know, well, we'll be back to playing fucking fantasy all over again, you know? The company did some shady things for sure. I mean, they did that good thing where they put the fast... Yeah, exactly. Free DLC, but... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to come back on. Elite Dangerous, as much as it's a completely different game to Star Citizen, it always feels like an ocean the depth of a swimming pool to me, and Star Citizen is a swimming pool the depth of an ocean. And I would rather have that than 400 billion nothing solar systems, you know? Having one solar system that's just rich in content is more appealing to me than loads of solar systems. It's why, like, when CIG were talking about 100 solar systems, that never actually impressed me. I was like, oh, alright. It's going to be very boring then in some locations. I would rather like the way they're doing it, where they finish off Stanton, then they go to Pyro, then they go to another one, you know what I mean? I would rather it where once a year a new solar system comes out and it be rich. Or every 2 years a new solar system comes out and it's rich and it forces more infighting and stuff like that. That would be so fucking cool then, you know? And if they can speed up the tools, they make it where it comes out faster as well, you know? It all depends on whatever they're working on just now for the future of being able to build this game faster. That's more appealing, you know? Need them to finish Squadron 42 so the devs can be put on PU. I don't think it's that easy, to be honest. I don't think it is that easy for CIG to just swap people over. Because again, Squadron 42, they want to do more of it if it works. You know what I mean? Bad morale. It's more that whenever you have Star Citizen, you have Squadron 42, right? The most important thing you have to remember out of all of this is that you have the assets created in Star Citizen that go to the assets for Squadron 42. And likewise, you have the assets from Star Citizen Squadron 42, you know what I mean. That means whenever they build something for either one of the games, that it goes on to the other one. So we really need Squadron 42 to work, to bring in the money so that they can hire more people, more studios to do more work for Star Citizen. That is the main thing, where that's what I would like to see from Squadron 42, is the money that they make from the game, which then they can do and hire more people if available. You know what I mean? That would be so sick. I can truck through 400 systems in Elite and all look the same. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Wyrex. Hey, Starlord, how you doing, Chief? How was your weekend? That's the most important thing for me with Star Citizen, is I want it where every solar system just feels like there is content to do. And right now, Stanton doesn't have that. Stanton doesn't have it. There are a few loopholes into the game, don't get me wrong, but I do not want to go to Pyro if Stanton is not completed with content. Where bounty hunting works, salvaging works, mining works, trading works, medical works, you know what I mean? Then we go to Pyro and they can maybe make other things and stuff like that. So I'm in no rush. We've had none, Starlord. It's just dead right now. For a Monday, you know. Just dead. And I'm too tired to even go into Arena Commander right now. With the puppy and stuff like that, it's just sort of, you know, for the first like couple of weeks, it's a bit of a mental drain, physical drain. Totally worth it, don't get me wrong. But obviously, yeah. You know, you have to do it that way. Thank you very much, Elopes and Mr. Nel. Is it Nessian? Nessian? Thank you very much for the follows as well, guys. Welcome in. But again, I would rather play Star Citizen in the state it's in right now than play Elite Dangerous. I feel like your time in Elite Dangerous is just worthless right now with the state of the game. And again, I can low fly, I can do PvP, I can go into Arena Commander. There's so many things I can actually do in comparison. Yeah, today is quiet, Star-Lord. It's very quiet, dude. I think we're at the stage where like people just need free 17.2 to come out, and it'll bring a bit of life back into the game. The problem with free 17.2, and this happens all the time, is you go into PTU lasts a little bit longer than it should do, and by the time it goes to live, people are already bored of it again. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah. That Star Citizen for you. It's always the same case with patches. You get the honeymoon period where it's like, wow, new content, woo! And then it's like, oh, okay, new content. And then the final month is like, where's the new content, you know? It's the same cycle over and over and over again. And it'll happen as well when Free 17.2 is out. People will play it for a couple of months and then they'll be just fucking crying about it again. Oh, yes! Finally! Oh, I think there's possibly two, maybe? Oh, oh, oh. If I did. Hey Keeps, how you doing, Chief? Welcome in. Also, bad morale. Thank you so much for that Prime, dude. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. But thank you so much for that brand new Prime. Can we get some vibes, 07s and red ties? Welcome to the red tie gang, dude. And again, thank you much for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Oh, wait. Cause black here. Hmm. They've got a box, chat. They've got a box. God damn it. Good fight, did. There you go, rearm. How far am I at? Shubin, 7k. Heading 65. I got the red mark anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up though. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Bad Morale again, dude. Appreciate that, sir. I was doing some PvP yesterday, but got punched by Sig for doing it. Punished by Sig for doing it? What do you mean? Why would you get punished for doing PvP? CIG won't punish you for PvP, dude. Unless you're doing some shenanigans. You know? Alright, 65, heading 65. It's out here somewhere. Keep active radar on. Hmm. Oh. Don't see the body marker. Obviously, I had to make sure that we're restocked in case the arrow comes back. Hmm. Yeah, there's no marker. Yeah, that's a loss, sadly. Check this one. Maybe this might be it. I can't wait till you can scan and get like a detail. That's or. No idea, chat. Someone there? Someone was there. We fought an arrow, the arrow warped away. Then as we're coming towards Shubin, a cutlass was coming that had a box. But obviously, I prioritized this rearming because of the arrow, you know what I mean? Bring it down. It's got a red nose. Change up a bit. Backfiring missiles. That's the bricks. If I did. Good fight, sir. The ground will get ya. Alright, quickly rearm on that one. Anyone ever seen Firefox? Clint Eastwood? Anyone seen that one? When he steals the special MiG that has backfiring fucking weapons? I fucking love that movie. Such a good one. I can't remember what he says though in Russian. Hey, Metal Wolf, how you doing, Chief? Kerbal, good day. A red nose, are you killing Rilov? No, just having a fight. Just having a fight. Ooh. Oh, you're blaming Seg for all the things. Right, I see what you mean, Star-Lord. Yeah. How's the flying, dude? I had a lot of fun with you and Skyborn last night. It was good, dude. It was good. So I chased a bounty for an hour until he realized I could outlast him. Oh my god, what's this music like? Jeez. I feel like I'm at fucking Happy Wendy's, you know? No, actually I wasn't. No, this one. Ah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I need to do it more with you again. So I chased a bounty hunter for an hour and realized I would outlast him. He hit an arm zone. I am the asshole for ramming his ship into half ship. I don't know. I kind of feel like ramming isn't required unless it's like by accident, you know what I mean? It's up to you how you want to look at it though. Frustration of chasing a bounty is hard, you know? Yeah, I get it. I'm trying to stay in the area because I'm waiting to see if the cutlass will come back for its loot. I need the cutlass to find me its corpse so I can check out that box, you know? I couldn't kill him? Alright, well. Again, like, eventually down the line, CIG are removing armistice zones, so you won't have these issues, you know. I don't think there's ever a reason to ram. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people sort of do it, you know. Frustration, I get it. What a nice sunny day, chat. It's always sunny on Daymar. You think he'd let him limp home? Yeah. With the two alien ships, I might be in a grey area because they are meant to ram. Yeah, but they can't though, Carbo. You know what I mean? Also, the glaive is changing where it's not meant to ram. If you're talking about the scythe and the glaive, only the scythe in the future will have the weapon. And even then, it's not a ramming weapon anymore. If you actually see the new models and stuff, it's completely different, you know? Completely different. Ooh, I need to get a new keyboard. I can't tell, it's getting worse. Yeah. We were actually talking about that at the start of the show, Mel Wolf. I was saying I wish I was a big enough content creator and I knew enough people to be like, hey, can I get a keyboard for another content creator who low flies? And they'd be like, yes, DarkLaw, no problem. For you, anything. That's what we were discussing at the start, Mel Wolf. I was like, Mel Wolf needs a keyboard. And I don't know anyone who I could ask for. I mean, I could ask Logitech, but, you know what I mean? I don't know them well enough to see if I could get some free swag for you. If it was like, no, who do I know actually? Maybe. Maybe I know somebody. It would have been epic. I wish I was in that situation where I could help people out with getting hardware. But I'm just such a small content creator. Are you just flying in Arena Commander or is this the PU? This is PU, Juggernaut. I don't fly in Arena Commander. I go into Arena Commander if like it's going to be a 1v1 in free flight or something like that. I just don't like the way Battle Royale is set up just now, where players are dogging on shitter players like myself to pad their stats on a shitty leaderboard, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I don't need to be fuel for that nonsense. I'm hoping that CIG will eventually get around to it. So no, I'm always in the PU. If there's something on the go, me and the Org will be doing like Jump Town or Ninetales or something like that. But there's nothing for us to do right now because they don't wipe the game, the accounts. So I have no need for money, no need for modules. You know what I mean? So all I've got right now is just basically hang with you guys, which is amazing. And chill, low flying. And if PvP turns up, that's it, you know? There's not many loops, sadly, for a player like me. Just yet. Just yet. Eventually down the line there will be. When they bring out salvaging, I would say there's more use for me, you know? You just started SC 3 days ago? Nice, nice. You're in the honeymoon period. It's a good one. We'll see how long it lasts. However, there are a lot of cool things coming up within the next couple of years, which will make this game even better than it is just now. We're just sort of holding back and waiting for the new server tech to come in. So yeah. Check out HyperX keyboards. Oh shit! That's exactly who I could talk to. I can't guarantee anything, Metal Wolf, but I know somebody at HyperX. And they might tell me a big F no, you know what I mean? But I'll try and see if I can get you a hookup. But I can't guarantee anything. Because again, it's gonna be really weird for me to go, hey, not spoken to you in a year. How's life? Mind if I get a free keyboard for a content creator? I'll have to open up the channel first. But yeah, you might be better just doing like a donation drive or something like that. But HyperX are really good. But again, I think you're wanting a keyboard that has like pressure sensitive keys for flying, you know? I can't remember what keyboards actually offer that these days. I'm trying to think of the names actually. But yeah. Keep getting desktop crashes, and I'm bringing, as I'm bringing loads of stuff to make myself money to get some stuff before I ask the LGBT. Yeah, unfortunately, sadly, Juggernaut, you've probably come in at the worst patch we've had in a while, but it's also the best patch in a while. And I'm going to explain why, because the reason it's so bad for database and crashing right now is they recently added in some structure stuff for the end of the year that needed to be in and tested and worked on. And it's made 3.17.1 a really, really bad patch, being very, very unstable. The database is unstable. But it also brings in the element of no desync for PvP and all that jazz, so it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword, you know? It's really, really good for the game, for the future of it, but it's very, very bad right now, sadly, so... hopefully it'll be better in 3.17.2, which is coming up very shortly. If not, it'll be the grind to 3.18, you know? But I don't give any more money to CIG until I see major improvements towards the game. Not just be like, hey, we've added this tech in, it's going to help out for the future. I want to see the future before I spend any more money in the game. This is the only problem with killing the bounty hunter in this game, is that the bounty hunter can't get the mission to come after me again, which is really, really bad. This was a very, very bad choice of CIG, I feel. I don't understand why they implemented it where you can't chase after the bounty hunter again when you lose. It has massively slowed down bounty hunting PvP because of it. Ooh. Oh no, it's high. Alright, active radar just now. Ooh. Wooting? Aren't there those customized keyboards? Let me have a look here. Yay. Are these the... Yeah. These are... I would love to know how this works out, actually. Because analog keyboards for Star Citizen might be a cool thing, you know? Hey, Jason, thank you very much for that hosted, Chief. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What situations do you fly in decouple mode? Pretty much all the time I fly in decouple, Demi. The only time I will go into couple is if I'm playing defensively and or I'm doing high speed in a straight line. That's really the only time I'm in couple mode these days. But I learn decouple, couple, lag, lead pips, stuff like that, space, atmosphere. How's the pupper? Hey, Vinny. Doing very well, actually. Very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent puppy. She's managed to sneak into the studio twice. She came in earlier on to say hello. If you guys need to see photos or videos of her, exclamation mark Instagram. She's on the stories just now on Instagram. And she's getting her second injection next week or the week after that. So soon she'll be able to come on the hikes, but she goes in a backpack. And then we'll let her off at certain locations, kind of stuff. But yeah, Luna Nova hated her on day one. Nova's now very accepting with her. Luna's still kind of growling and snapping at her, but Luna's in a phantom pregnancy. So I'd imagine once Luna comes out of this hormonal stage, she'll be fine with the puppy. Because she's wanting to get involved. She's like, I don't like this puppy in my house, you know what I mean? I don't like the small thing running around piddling, you know, so. She'll get used to it, though. They designed the switches themselves, not sure if they had them manufactured. That's cool. Yeah. They're the highest crowdfunding, yeah. Again, Star Citizen does a lot of cool stuff to what games just don't do right now. And that's why I will always be, right now, faithful to Star Citizen and not play any other game. Because again, I find every other game really boring. Plus, when I work with Star Citizen, CIG, I get to work with like Monster Tech, Verpal, Toby, you know. If I was playing like Call of Duty, I wouldn't have any of these privileges of being able to work with companies. So what we're doing here is just active radar. Basically, the joystick button keeps doing this automatically until I press it again. So it pulses every 1 second, and this gives me basically active radar, because obviously the radar in the center of the screen only does up to about 6-7K. However, active radar, depending on the signature, will be able to pick up something 10 plus, 20 plus, 40, depending on the size. So right now, whilst I'm sitting here, long as I memorize where the blips are, nothing can sneak up on me. Unless they're using some sort of cheat that I don't know about. Oh, there's a bit of a flickering going on here with the weather. Yeah, this is the biggest problem. When you kill the bounty hunters... Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Listen to this. This is... Oh, no, no, no. I've got... Oh, wait. No, 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 no. What's the name of the band? What's the name of the band? I want, Yeah, I want this. I don't know why. At the beginning. I want this one. Hey, Mitchell. How you doing, Chief? This Dungus guy's cool. Like, you're a good pilot, dude. What guns are you running? Again, it's the same thing as I've just said to this pilot. With me using Panthers and Bulldogs, there's no difference to these guns to attritions in the game right now. It's just, yeah, you know. This is huge, thank you. Don't thank me, thank devs. It's all on devs, dude. I definitely, like, if you get yourself an analog keyboard, Meltwolf, you'll need to tell me, like, after a few weeks, how you finding it. Because I'm very interested myself how an analog keyboard would work in Star Citizen for pressure keys. Because I've never tested one. It's not that I would play mouse and keyboard anyway, but it's I know a lot of people who are mouse and keyboard, and it'd be kind of cool to find out how a low flyer enjoys it, you know? I don't think it would be that useful for PvP, but for low flying, definitely. It would be really good. Because PvP, unless you can switch out of, like, the pressure mode, you know? Yeah. That's definitely something I was thinking of. If the intonation works the way I think it will definitely. Yeah, I'm hoping you can kind of set up under like joystick controls. You know what I mean? My idea would be is I would put it through a program like Joystick Gremlin and set it up where it would be like a joystick keyboard, if you know what I mean, Metal. So you would make virtual buttons on the keys. This is probably how I would do it, right? Is put it through Joystick Gremlin, make it where you're turning the keyboard into a joystick, and then you then go into Star Citizen and you set the axes on that button, and then that would give you the ability to like slowly move it, you know? Yeah. Saying that though, there was one thing I completely forgot to do here, guys. Where last night my joystick gun was having a little bit of a hissy fit when I tried to. Yeah, it's still having a fit. I'm gonna have to probably just pull the thing. I'll do it off stream. It's not letting me configure up the pedals for some reason. I think it's just a Windows issue. I started playing SE a couple of days ago and having a lot of fun. What second ship should I aim for? If you want to play model, what ship do you have just now? MC Dingo? There's a huge collection of ships, but if you're wanting to play solo multi-role, there's not many. You have a Titan? I was gonna say that's kind of like the best solo play. You could go to Cutlass, but I never recommend people using Cutlass solo, because here's the funny thing. When a ship has a turret, I'm a strong advocate where if a ship has a turret that a player can go into to man it, even if it's remote turret, you should have somebody doing that role, because you're gonna suffer. And it's most of the same time as when I see a solo Cutlass person, they're not much of a threat unless they've got a gunner. And if they even have a gunner, I just have to play a different style, you know what I mean? So, funnily enough, unless you're wanting to just try and make more money, you're in probably the best ship to use, you know, for playing this game solo as multi. But again, it's in alpha, early access, whatever you want to call it. Just use your Titan to make a lot of money and then buy the ships in game, you know? If you want a little bit more combat, you could go for a Gladius, you could go for an Arrow. That keeps your solo multi-role one, and then maybe more of a solo combat ship. Or if you fancy group play, you could go for Cutlass, Hurricane, stuff like that. Again, it really depends on how far down the rabbit hole you want to go. But sadly, solo is one of these things where the moment you go into a multi-crew ship, I feel that when you play it solo, you're just setting yourself up to early death, you know? Unless you're just doing PvE. If you're just doing PvE, then you can fly whatever, you know? But when you come across a player like myself and you're not in a ship, or you don't have a gunner, you will struggle in that sort of situation. So warping out is probably sometimes the better options than trying to fight, you know. But there's plenty of things to do. Like an Arrow is only like 900k. Gladius isn't that much money. Couple of days of farming NPCs and you're boom, you know. Go for an Eclipse so you can do the Hammerhead missions. And you can just torp them. Just don't bring an Eclipse to fight a player unless they're in like a very, very big ship. Because you'll never hit an Arrow with a torp, for example. Lots and lots and lots of choices. I think Cutty might be the cheapest solo rock mining vehicle. Yeah. Well, how much is a Nomad? Because you can put a rock on the back of a Nomad, you know? Yeah, see, it's not a lot of money, you know, for that. It's so much easier to just play this game than spend real life money on it, you know what I mean? That's what I like about Star Citizen right now. You can get a lot of cheap ships. With the Hadanite cases and caves, that's pretty lucrative as well. Yeah, that's getting nerfed apparently in 3.17.2 though. They're gonna make it where the spawns are less available, guys, for that. Yeah, I would just make up money, to be honest. Like, again, MC Dingo, like, if you just do cave missions, so I don't think I'm gonna have access to them because obviously I am a naughty, naughty criminal, but it would be like where you get something here under bounty hunting, and it says go to this area and do the caves. Now, in the caves, normally has chests full of ore, hadanite, and each one of the chests, like 2 chests, is like 100k to 200k. So literally, and you can spam these missions as much as you want, you know? I have the 90,000 UEC FPS on food missions. That's pretty cool. Again, it's like making a couple of million in 2 days is not difficult at all now in the game. Plus, if I was in my other account, I would just give you the money, so... You know what I mean? But it's better to kind of play it and progress and stuff. But yeah, the Titan, I always recommend the Titan to people to play this game, because not only can you do combat in it, it's not the best flyer in atmosphere. It does NPC missions perfectly fine. You can put a really good tank on it, good damage weapons, you can log off in it, you can do cargo in it, you can do mining in it, because obviously it's got cargo space. Eventually down the line you're going to be able to put a Ranger motorbike in the back of it, which might help with doing cargo or whatever. And then just sort of just build up some asset money, because it's a ship that if you lose it, you can instantly just reclaim it, you know? The timer... The thing about bunkers is that the waves mission rarely work. I know they are quite bugged just now, Cyan. They are. Sadly, they are. Whenever I do like bunkers or caves, if I'm looking for money, I just go in for the chests. I don't bother with the actual mission reward kind of stuff. That's why the cave missions are so good. You don't go to prison if you fail it, or you die from it. You go in there, you kill the guards, you loot the boxes, and you can make a lot of money right now from it. I think Captain Burks has a player guide on how to do these things. I think he made like, what, 200k a run or something like that. Anyway guys, I'm going to quickly go for a bio break. I'll be back in 2. Damn dog hair. Ah, that's much better, chat. Whew. Much better. Yeah, the only problem with that, Beryl, is that right now, from what I've heard with that event in Evocati, it's a pile of shit. So, don't expect too much, guys. Apparently, it's very, very broken, teleporting NPCs, all that jazz right now, so... Yeah, we are gonna get another event, but... Again... The best way to look at it is, it might not go ahead, you know. Hey, Jigsaw, welcome in. Also, I have no idea how to say that name, but thank you very much for the follow. Certain missions are hidden and will not show up on your mission list in certain zones. Yeah, that's very true, yeah. Very, very true. Do. Time for Prashad yet? Not really. Southwest now. Nearly there, chap. Nearly there. Yeah, I mean, there are a few things in Free 17 too I'm looking forward to. The most is the Blade upgrade. See how the smuggling missions do. I'm looking forward to hopefully the flashbangs on Daymar being fixed. The party stuff is meant to be fixed. I'm trying to think of any of the other like major bugs. That sort of... I don't talk about 40Ks or crash the desktop, I'm talking about like major bugs. I'm trying to think of them. Yeah. Flashbang. Party kind of stuff. I mean the back end, but that's something that is also slightly out of our hands, you know. Yeah, terminals. Yeah, that's back end though, you know what I mean? That's down to servers. It might be as simply as just rebooting the servers and that fixes it, who knows. Apparently the elevators are 10 times faster now, which means 10 times more chance to get smacked into the station. Think about it. However, obviously it does mean that, yeah, less chance of being hit. I'm still one of these guys who will say, I don't know why they just didn't go with teleporters, right? And I look at it this way, that when you warp, and this is in lore by the way, I'm not making this up, when you warp, your ship creates a time bubble that moves you through space. So, if we can manipulate time to travel through space at high speeds, alright, why is there not a teleporter that creates a time bubble to get us to our hangars instantly? I'm just saying that, right? Okay? If we have the ability for a Pisces to create a time bubble and warp through time to get to a location superly quick, why can't they make an elevator where you go into the elevator and it instantly appears ready at the other end? You know what Surely the lift has the ability to fit a small quantum drive to it, you know? Matter energy conversion is not the same as time travel. Well, read the lore, Greg, because they actually say it creates time, like it interferes with time. Rather than in straight lines invisible, yeah, exactly. Short distances, not worth it. Like flying, not worth it if you need to get across the street. Suppose, yeah. But still, I think it would have been a much easier mechanic to add in than add in lifts, you know, physicalized lifts. They should have just made it where you teleport to a hangar. That's it. Or teleport to a pad. Then they wouldn't have had to have this fakery stuff. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's the thing that annoys me the most with it, Vinny, is they're like, oh, we have it where our lifts are real lifts and you're moving around in real lift time. It's like, yeah, but the lift goes invisible and flies through space. It's not really, you know, realistic, you know what I mean? Jeff Goldblum on his teleport? Is that The Fly? That's the movie Fly, isn't it? Maybe an alien location will have something like that. I hope so. I hope so, because I find it very boring when you know that the lifts going around truck stops are fake, you know? When you, like I said, when, who was it that said, party markets. Basically, if you're in a party and somebody goes in the lift and you're outside in space, you see them flying across space to their hangar. I hate that shit, you know? Lifts don't go entirely invisible. They appear a fraction of a second before they're in the lift shaft and knock you out. I fucking hate the lifts in this game. I really do. I will always be somebody where it's just like you made the most unpractical thing when you could have just made a teleporter and everyone would have accepted it. You know what I mean? It's a sci-fi game, 900 years in the future. Who the fuck cares? Well, actually, you would never be able to fucking do this 900 years in the future because our technology wouldn't have evolved. Shut the fuck up, alright? Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, you know? Nobody cares when it comes to a game, alright? Just do the fucking fakery shit. I'm not playing Star Citizen because the lifts are not actually there. Well, I hate to tell you, Cupcake, with the same attitude as that, the lifts fucking fly through space invisible. Or around the station invisible. It's not exactly realistic either. Not even fucking, what's his name? Charlie Chalk in the fucking factory or whatever his name is. They had a glass elevator. They didn't have a fucking elevator that knocks you out, do they? Hypnol fucking elevator. I went into this elevator, sir, and then when I came out, my pants were missing and I felt like I had been violated. Who else was in the elevator? Nobody, sir. It was the elevator. It came for me. It did bad things, sir. Bad things. It was invisible. See? Yeah, exactly. It's the same people who never run or sprint, just walking to RP. I'm coming, guys! I'm walking. I've got a backpack with 60 kilograms on it. It's like, guy, come on, dude. Like, I've only got 30 minutes before I need to go back to my real life job. No, guys, sorry. I packed an extra rifle and I have to walk slowly. I didn't stretch in the morning. You can't stretch in this as a video game. Sorry, but this is my second life. RPing is my main thing. Because I never got into military fucking school or whatever it was in real life, so now I've got to pretend I'm an admiral in a video game. I get to dress up and call people sir, but you're only 14 years old. I don't care. I don't care. You will address me as sir. This is my organization of role players. Fuck that shit, like. Fuck that shit. That's the kind of player I would mug in game. Let me know if that works for you guys. Do we have audio? But mute.